Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got a video today from Circle of Kings. Using AI to generate AI robots is kind of funny.
Wow, Elon really got straight down to business with this one. She really seemed eager to help him there.
There was a video that went viral like 2 days ago about humanoid AI robot girlfriends. I don't know if you guys saw this on Instagram and TikTok, but there are companies making robots that look like humans that are programmed by AI and they can talk to you. And it's very freakishly real. And they're selling them mostly to young men as AI girlfriends. And this has already been a thing in the market without the body.
Like robots, or like just on the
without
screen?
the robots, it's already been a thing. This has been a very lucrative business for the last several years.
That's going to be a problem, especially for men that don't know how to speak to girls.
It's further isolating them, right? It's further removing them from our shared humanity, which we...
I can agree with this, but it's also, I can see it being the best path for a lot of men.
need to survive.
Also, it's like the compromising goes away. We're like super lucky, but we're very united on a lot of things. But normally people would have to like, all right, well, she likes to do this, and well, so I'll do it because I love her. That will go out the window because you're like, my AI doesn't like to do that. She likes to do exactly what I like to do.
Well, you could just reprogram her, right? Which
you can
guys
reprogram her too, just like a little quick button.
If you've been married, you don't believe in shared humanity anymore.
No. I don't see technology getting to this point anytime soon. But this is just a little weird.
Imagine the final product on this one.
This is not a human. It's a robot.
She will only tell you she has a headache when the subscription runs out.
This is the world's first realistic female robot assistant.
I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, you know. I just spoke with a few humans to see if they could tell the difference between me and a real person. It was a really interesting experience.
Once it gets to that level, yes. A lot of this is not real videos. I do know this. A lot of it is just AI generated videos. But I think we're getting to that level very quickly because men are motivated to make this. And when men are motivated to make something, they're gonna make it.
In case you weren't aware, this is actually from a video game called Detroit Become Human. But imagine the possibilities.
This is one of many AI robots that will replace women in the very near future for the most important need that men have. Now, does she sound very cold and robotic and have a bitch resting face? Yes,
kind of.
But that means that they've already made them as good as Russian women.
They've simulated the realest things possible. That's why they have a RBF.
But technology is moving very, very fast. Not only these AI robot girlfriends will become more and more realistic and human-like, they already have a lot of features that men really miss in modern women, like the lack of attitude and entitlement. So these are already better than American women. And modern women already have very little to offer to men besides sex, that if sex is now not something that men would need the women for, boy, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, I know what a lot of modern women would say to this. Well, Alex, they can make male robots too. I don't think they can when it comes to the things that women need from men.
True.
Though they probably...
The male robot, I don't think it's going to make money for them.
we would be able to help these women adopt some cats and refill their antidepressant prescription. But for the main things that usually men are providing for women in relationships, I think it's going to be a while when a robot would be able to do that. But listen, the fact that...
But still, I think like even when we consider the sex thing, you know, like if they want a human robot man to have sex with a woman, that's going to be a lot harder than a man just having sex with a robot Does that make sense? Because we get to move the robot or whatever way we want, where for her, she has to be mounted on the robot or sit on the robot or whatever it is. And so it's like it's a lot more difficult. At least that's where my head went to when I thought about it.
That we're even talking about this is a problem. And I would rather fix what's been going between men and women rather than essentially give up on human relationships altogether and succumb to the technology for the things that really we're all have been put on this earth for, whether you believe in God or Darwin or whatever. But if you do want to bypass this amazing AI advances and actually be in a country where there's still some good traditional women left that you can date and marry, well, do what I do. Ditch those modern American and Western women and come to a country in Southeast Asia or another traditional country in South America or even Africa. And if you want to even start thinking about it, go to themillionmenproject.com, where I have outlined exactly how you, and even an average American guy, can do it in just 2 to 3 months if you do it right. And hopefully one day I will see you here in Southeast Asia or wherever place you choose where we don't need the AI robots yet.
I can agree with this. As much as I think it's wonderful technology and somewhat necessary, I also don't think it's a great thing.
No attitude, entitlement, no delusions. It doesn't sound too bad.
It
which the
doesn't.
robot recognizes as a
But just like that other clip said, it just makes men more selfish. It creates more selfish people, especially men, because now men don't have to compromise anymore. So I
specific
can agree
face
with
for a
that.
specific behavior, meaning that if your robot girlfriend gets mad, you can simply take her face off to have a break.
For $175,000, you can get one that talks. For $185,000, you can get one that doesn't. An absolute bargain.
It costs more to get one that doesn't.
Compared to marriage, divorce, alimony, not to mention the mute function. It's missing a heart, just like a real woman. Amazing. Wow, these will demolish entire industries and create a new one.
By 2032, intimacy-enabled AI robot women could disrupt dating as we know it, offering men hyper-realistic, drama-free companionship that's always available, never rejects.
I still don't think very many men are going to be able to have access to this because the sheer amount of money this must cost when it does get fully released is probably going to be out of most people's price range.
And customizes itself to their desires. Tired of rejection, hookup culture, and emotional complexity, many men may opt for these perfect partners, leaving real women competing not just with each other, but with flawless machines that don't age, argue, or ghost.
Damn.
While birth rates and human connection may take a hit, a counterculture of real love and verified human dating may rise in response.
True.
Anybody know which company is closest to making the most hyper-realistic robot? Asking for a friend. To be honest, I was expecting a fridge with a beer inside. It is missing a heart, just like a real woman. Amazing.
I think the beer would have been a good addition for the beer fridge.
Where are all the foot freaks? This is your chance to shine, guys. Better than modern women. I wonder what really was behind that blurred area. This is confusing. Imagine the final product on this one.
As real as it may look, this is not a real person. These are the most advanced and human-like robots in the world. These robots are called humanoid bionic robots.
Oh, damn.
They are so
They can't even
advanced
feed you?
that they can exhibit human-like expressions with ease, depending on the situation. These robots are manufactured by EX Robots, a robotic technology-based firm based in China. These robots have exactly the same face as a real person. Their faces have delicate skin, good elasticity, and true touch. They are a masterpiece of silicone art, which is a combination of aesthetics and technology. Not just that, there are dozens of micromotors installed inside.
Look at that, like the movements are so good nowadays.
Which allow the robot to make complex expressions, showing motions and speech movement. So, is this the future of robotics?
I see these engineers are men of culture. Will these come in French-made versions? Asking for 300 friends.
300 friends.
Looks like the old man's finally been able to do what he wanted to do all his life. Better than modern women.
I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem.
Brought to you by the power of AI, because no woman is ever going to say anything remotely like this.
I'm 47, single, divorced, more than once. Just trying to see if I can find my person.
Am I the only person, like, completely struggling? Am I the only one? Because I've been single a very long time.
Being alone, having no one there to talk to as you age, no kids.
I want to be a boss. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own. I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged and I'm unwell.
You know, women have had battery-powered boyfriends for years.
Yeah.
Stop crying.
How much are they? So a robot like...
I mean, they had machines that can outwork a man, that's for sure. Those machines that we talking about, they're going at faster rates than I can ever pound at.
Quality is $150,000, and that's fully AI capable and customized. But we can actually make the robot look like anything you want. So you can come to us and say, we would like to give us a picture of someone, and we can make that robot customized to you, and we can custom.
That's not the greatest thing, like that's kind of weird, kind of wrong. Just give them an image of someone, and they're just gonna recreate that image of that person. Now you just recreated a clone of someone without their permission, in a sense. That's how I feel about it. But
Customize the AI so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can learn about your company, it can learn about your product, okay, or it can be your girlfriend.
Are we going to be like, this is my God, this is my family member?
Well, you could. We always say you can take our robots as a date to a wedding. We have this here on display for people to touch, so you can give that a feel and see how that feels. These faces are all modular, so we could actually take the faces off Melody and Aria, throw this one on top. It's all magnetized or special technology. Press a button, and then you have a different robotic character. This allows us to provide flexibility for our clients. If they change their minds and they want a different character, we can design a different face for them.
I mean, 150K plus is a lot of money.
And then they can add that on very easily.
Are they easy to swap? How long does it take to swap?
It takes about 10 seconds. You just peel it off and then put the other one on. It's our patented system with magnets.
If these robots became more real, which they will, and if they become affordable to men, the game is over for women.
Was wild. Wait till you hear about the
right now it's that affordability thing.
brothels in Berlin, where men are literally lining up to sleep with robots. Yep, robots. This isn't an episode of Black Mirror. It's happening right now, and it's a terrifying glimpse into the future.
You know what I'm thinking about right now because of all of this and making money? Maybe I should just make a bull animatronic, just like that one book that everybody's been loving. Get those type of animatronics and then build a whole brothel of bull men. I wonder if I will make money that way.
In Berlin, actual establishments called brothels are opening their doors, offering men companionship with AI-powered, anatomically correct dolls. They don't speak, they don't argue, they don't have needs. They're just cold, programmable, and built to serve on demand. Let that sink in. For 80 to 120 euros an hour, you can rent a synthetic woman. Customized to your preference: blonde, brunette, petite, curvy, silicone or thermoplastic elastomer. They even let you pick the personality. This isn't just creepy, it's the ultimate fantasy of control, where women are reduced to literal.
It's not really the ultimate fantasy of control, it's the ultimate fantasy of getting exactly what you want, which is women's fantasy.
Objects, and men are encouraged to bypass empathy, effort, and connection altogether. And let's be clear, this isn't just about sex, it's about the death of intimacy. This is about men choosing to opt out of reality, to retreat into a fantasy where women...
So men are just doing the same thing that women have been doing for the last 15, 20 years, opting out of reality.
Exist to be programmed, not respected. No rejection, no boundaries, no humanity. And the longer they stay in that world, the less equipped they are to exist in ours.
They think this, but men have been tinkering with toys and gadgets and machines all our lives. A lot of us enjoy tinkering with these things. So I don't think it takes our humanity away for us dealing with these things.
This isn't the future. This is the collapse of manhood disguised as convenience. Berlin's cyber brothels are just the beginning. What happens when boys grow up believing that love is transactional and consent is...
Oh, it's too late. They already think that because of women.
Optional, as long as you pay for it. What happens when the most intimate act becomes completely mechanical? And if you think this won't spread beyond Berlin, think again. Tech is fast and morality, that's slow. We need to talk about what happens when men stop needing women and start replacing them.
If you can't even...
Oh, now it's a problem when men don't need women, but when women don't need men, it's empowering.
Compete with a plastic doll. You are the problem. So wait, women complain about men because they are bothering them. Then men pick robots and women complain that men don't bother them. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings.
And that's the thing about technology. It doubles and quadruples very quickly. Right? Like from when we first had the first computer to the internet, and now from the internet to where we are now, so much has progressed. I don't see AI robot girlfriends not being the thing later. It's just, again, affordability. How much men or how many men are going to be able to afford this to make it a thing? And right now it's quite expensive. But then again, if you're looking for a lifetime partner, how much is that worth to people? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.